This video is going to be about taking an old Rhino, one of these guys, and converting it to something resembling a Horus Heresy or a Deimos Pattern Rhino. And it looks like this. I've done this conversion to two different Rhinos and a Predator mounted on the same Rhino chassis. And that would be this guy here. Mine are painted up in Archangel's Legion colors, black with red decals that came with the early edition tanks and Marines. Materials needed for the conversion are an old Rhino, some plastic sheeting. I used 40 thousandths, and whatever bits and decals you want to add for added detail. Okay, this segment may not make sense in the timeline of things because I went back and shot it after the fact, but I wanted to show what I did to the back door to make it the way I wanted it. It can be the front or the back. If it's the front, it's oriented this way. If it's the back, it would be oriented this way. Since this is going to be on the back, this viewport here is in the wrong place. So what I've done with mine is I shaved this part off with a small piece of plastic over the hole and then fill it with putty from the front, sand it smooth, primer it, and you're good. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I'll have to shoot another video that'll show what I did to the front for the armor. Okay, here's the second part of what I did for the modification. On the front of this, there's two buttons at the very top to orient the door when you put it on. So what I do is I put a piece of plastic that is 7/16 of an inch wide across the top from side to side, notch it out for these two openings because that's where the two doors are going to be. On the bottom, I shaved them off. They're not here at the bottom. I shaved those off, and I put the piece of plastic 5/16 of an inch across the bottom, and I make it as flush as I can with the top of the dozer blade, I guess you call it. And then you notch those out as well for the two doors. So you'll have a built-up section at the top, a built-up section at the bottom with this notch cut out for the doors. It works best if you cut the plastic out so you have a rectangle, put it on, mark it from the inside so you know where your notch needs to be, and then cut the notch out before you glue it on. If you glue it on, it's going to be hard trying to cut it and make it square so that when you put the door on, the door fits. It can be done, but it's basically what I did with this last one. I forgot and glued the plastic on before I notched it. But I was able to do it. It was just a lot more work. So there you go. Okay, I got the thing torn apart and started cleaning it up. I've added some of the pieces I need to add. The extra armor on the front. I cut off the viewport on the back ramp, and I glued a piece in the back over the hole and then filled it sanded it smooth. That'll be the back rail. And then I cut the curved part of the exhaust pipes off, drilled them out, and then put a small piece of aluminum tubing into the hole so that I've got straight exhaust pipes instead of curved ones. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm ready for primer and paint and then assembly. So I'm just about done. Okay, I got it fully primered, painted, and assembled. Only had one problem with the with the rear door. I had shaved off the viewport and filled it in with some putty. But when I went to primer it, I noticed that it wasn't even, so I had to go back and refill a little bit more, resand it, and so forth. So, and here it is. It is definitely not done. Whoops. But oops. So I need to do a clear seal and then decals. That'll be the next step. And then flat seal when it's done. And it's complete. Here is the completed tank. There you go. It's not an exact copy of the Forge World model, but I've added some stuff to it to make it look closer to what they have or they offer. So there you go. Thanks for watching.